y'all, what's up? My name is Avery and today I have another Barnes & Noble book haul for you guys. So yesterday I decided to go to Barnes & Noble spontaneously because I finally finished my last day of my job. Can we take a minute to applause, please? Thank you. Thank you. I am done. But I go back to school in a couple of days, so I decided to splurge on myself and buy a few books for when I go back to school because my college town does not have a bookstore. So I decided to buy 3 books at Barnes & Noble yesterday, so I will tell y'all about them right now. The first book that I got was Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. If y'all didn't know, I love the Remnant Chronicles so much. If y'all don't know what the Remnant Chronicles are, it's like the first book is The Kiss of Deception, and then I don't own the second book physically. I listened to that one on audiobook. The third one is Beauty of Darkness, which is this hunky doozy chunky big book, which I think came out 2 years ago, I want to say, but this series wrecked me so much. But for this book, I don't know anything about it except that it takes place in the same land, time, place as the Remnant Chronicles. So I'm excited for this. I know nothing about it, so let me read the inside cover. Also, look at this beautiful map. It has the same beautiful map from the other books in the Remnant series, Remnant Chronicles. A stunning new adventure set in the kingdoms of the Remnant. A formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead, thrust suddenly into power. 3 fierce young women of the Rattan, the Queen's premier guard. A legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself. A dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat-and-mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. So I'm thinking they have like this little part in the summary where it says like the Rattan, which is the Queen's premier guard. We're talking about the Queen at the end of the Beauty of Darkness. Like, is that the Queen we're talking about here? Hopefully, because I love her a lot. So I really hope that she's in this book. Also, look at this beautiful like spine, beautiful cover. Oh my lord. The second book that I got at Barnes & Noble yesterday was Wrong in All the Right Ways by Tiffany Brownlee. I have never heard about this book before, but I saw it in the young adult section at my Barnes & Noble. But I immediately saw this cover and was like, ooh, that's a pretty cover. I need to know what this book is about. And I'm gonna read the cover for this one too, because I can't do it justice, so I'm gonna read it, you know? Emma's life has always gone according to her very careful plans, but things turn towards the unexpected when she falls in love for the first time with the one person in the world who's off limits, her new foster brother, the gorgeous and tormented Dylan McAndrews. Meanwhile, Emma's AP English class is reading Wuthering Heights, and she's been assigned to mimic Emily Bronte's narrative style in an epistolary format. With undeniable feelings and no one to confide in, Emma's got a lot to write about. The stakes are high, especially since this escalating attraction could threaten Dylan's chances at being adopted into Emma's safe home. But the strength of first love is all-consuming, and they are soon enveloped in a passionate, secret relationship with a very uncertain outcome. This gives me a lot of The Foster vibes. If y'all don't know what the Fosters are, it's a TV show that I think was on ABC Family, and now it's called Freeform maybe. I don't watch The Fosters anymore. I know it's on Netflix though, and like this adoptive situation, like, I don't know, I guess I really like those kinds of stories. This just seemed like super interesting to me. Like, I want to know what's gonna happen. Like, are they actually gonna get together, or do they have to cut off their relationship because he's gonna be her brother and all this stuff? I have no idea what's gonna happen, so I think this would be an interesting read to have on my shelf, and I really hope to get to it soon. And this is also a debut novel, so I love supporting debut authors, so yeah, I really hope to get to this one soon. And the third and final book that I purchased at Barnes & Noble yesterday is actually my current read, and I'm obsessed with it. It is Roomies by Christina Lauren. So I have heard a lot of people talk about this book that I follow, especially Tasha from Tashopolis and even Sasha from her book Utopia. They talked about how much they loved this book. I first heard of it from Natasha's channel. I didn't get it when she first talked about it because she didn't really go into a summary for it because she wanted it to be a surprise for us because she thought it would be like an amazing book to just go blind into. So when I saw like the word roomies on here, I was like, oh, they're just about like 2 roommates or something like that. I'm not sure, so like I didn't really think about it much, but then like Sasha talked about it in a more recent video of hers and she like explained it a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, this book like couldn't be just about roommates because Christina Lauren, like that author duo, like writes romance books. And so I was in the romance section, of course, yesterday, and I saw this and I finally read the back cover and I was like, that sounds amazing. So I'm gonna read the back cover for you. For months, Holland Baker has invented excuses to descend into the subway station near her apartment, drawn to the music performed by her street musician crush. Lacking the nerve to actually talk to the captivating guitarist, fate steps in one night in the form of a drunken attacker. Calvin McLaughlin rescues her but quickly disappears when the police start asking questions. Using the only resource she has to pay the brilliant musician back, Holland gives Calvin an audition with her uncle, Broadway's hottest musical director. When the tryout goes better than even Holland could have imagined, Calvin is set into a great entry into Broadway, until his reason for disappearing earlier becomes clear. He's in the country illegally, his student visa having expired years ago. Seeing that her uncle needs Calvin as much as Calvin needs him, a wild idea takes hold of Holland. Impulsively, she marries the Irishman, her infatuation a secret only to him. As their relationship evolves and Calvin becomes a darling of Broadway, in the middle of theatrics and the acting not acting, will Holland and Calvin realize that they both stopped pretending a long time ago. I'm loving this so far. I'm this much through, about halfway through, basically halfway through page 158. I am loving it. I read Christina Lauren's other book, Beautiful Bastard, last month or the month before that. I don't remember. I really enjoyed it, even though like there was a lot of smutty stuff that kind of docked a little bit for me because I thought it was too much smut for my opinion. This is just like amazing. Like, I love it, right? I already know, I think I know this is already gonna be like a 5-star read for me. I'm in love with these characters. In like high school, I lived in the theater department. Like, that was my home. And like, this has like the theater aspect to it that I love. You don't need to know theater at all or like experience anything in theater to understand or love this book, but like, I feel a connection for it since I was a theater geek in high school. I'm only halfway through the book and like the sexual tension, like you don't think, like they don't think it's there, but it's there. Like, I can't talk about it, but like nothing's even happened between them and I'm just like loving this couple. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I'm really glad that I picked it up and decided to actually read the back of the book. And I can already tell you that I'm recommending this book to like all my romance lovers out there, or even if you don't love romance, like it's just a good book so far. Like, it's good. Okay, I won't fully know like my full on opinions of it until I finish it, probably later today or tomorrow, but I am loving it so much. Well, there you have it. Those were all 3 books that I purchased yesterday at Barnes & Noble. I'm really hoping that these books turn out really well. I already know that this one is going to be fantastic. And yeah, I can't wait to read the other 2. And they're gonna be filed away into one of my boxes to pack away really soon because I leave in 5 days. But anyways, if any of you have read these books or are planning to, please let me know down in the comments section below, for I would love to start up a conversation with you about them. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon in the next video, which will be at my new apartment. Bye.